If anybody's trying to get in through the shortcut like GHL Power Tool slash redirect or slash Zoom, they're gonna have issues today. So I posted a different link, and then I think that's good. I think we're good to go here too.
Ooh.
Sweet. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, well, let's just do a little introduction. Hey, welcome to GHL Power Tools live on whatever Thursday. It's Thursday today. Week is going fast, hey. All of a sudden I look up and it's like, oh, it's Thursday now. All right, cool. I think that looks good. Is that linked up? Oh, maybe it's not. Yeah, I think it was good. Anyhow, okay. Either way, we're streaming. I just don't know if we're gonna go live in the group here. Let's check channels here. Edit channel. Oh, that's not it. See if that'll work better. Yeah, weird. Anyway, this is going. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, hit me up with what you got. You built a couple landing pages, and we can take a look at them for sure. You
Yeah,
want to
one is
share?
frozenprofits.com,
Okay, and that's for the
FROZEN.
ice cream shops.
Yeah, ice cream shops, gelato, smoothies, acai bowls, and maybe coffee shops, cafes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, as soon as you can share your screen, just let me know. Just go ahead.
Oh, you want me to share my screen on the
Oh yeah,
website?
I don't.
Oh,
Yeah, if you. Oh yeah, sorry. Just yeah. Why
oh,
don't you share your screen or send me the links or something like
sure.
that.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm on my phone. Let me send you a
Oh
link.
yeah, just send me the links then, and I'll load it up here. Okay, what is it? Or just tell me it again. Sorry.
Frozenprofits.com. I just sent it to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can just go there. This is on high level, right?
Yes, it's on
One
high
sec.
level.
Hopefully it works. There's I know, yeah, like I said, the domain thing is I was having issues with this morning.
Okay.
What's the other one?
Fullclassmarketing.com.
Fullclassmarketing.com.
.com.
Oh, that one's working.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the same error that I got earlier with the with Cloudflare and high level. So
Okay.
try to load it again and just see. Okay, so for this one is for like crafting classes and stuff like that, right?
Correct.
Painting
Yes.
classes, pottery. Do, 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 do. So the only thing I like just initially, ready to grow your studio without lifting a finger, let her auto stand. below. Sweet. Frequently asked questions. Do I just don't will work in my booking software? What if I don't have a big email list? Okay, so what I would do is just initially here,
Yep.
switch this.
Okay.
Um, this is only because um when somebody comes to the website, first of all, do they call them a DIY? Do they call themselves a DIY studio? Do they know?
Uh,
Is that a thing that they call
mm,
themselves?
yeah, so some of them, maybe mostly creative studios.
Yeah. Um, so you could put like so you might want to do something um like attention, yeah, like those studio owners. Um, and then put this up there. Empty seats and missed reviews are costing you money. Put
Got
that
it.
up there to catch their head, to catch their eye. Kind
Sure.
of thing. It's not that they're not, their all-in-one marketing system is like not that they're I don't know if they're looking for, if you're running Facebook ads or maybe they're doing a Google search, they're probably not saying, "Oh, I need an all-in-one marketing system." That's fine, but probably want to be like, yeah, like think about like even if you're creating a video, TikTok hooks, something like that with a hook, right? The hook would be more like empty seats and missed reviews are costing you money. Um, um, let us show you how our all-in-one marketing system can, save your studio and dollars or whatever, whatever it
Yep.
is. And then also you can also put underneath like these things, pottery classes, paint and sip, DIY wood studios, stuff like that. Just put a list.
Got it.
Perfect for these kind of studios, you know?
Got it.
Um, yeah, just think of I've got a really good training. I'll see if I can find it on like just creating like offers and headlines and stuff like that. See if I
Okay.
can grab that for you. Two,
Yeah,
it's
that'd be great.
don't remember where I saved it exactly, but I'll send that to you for sure. Okay, yeah. So just like full class marketing. Yeah, I don't even know if you need to have this up at the top, full class marketing. Um, Unless you want to have like a phone number and stuff where they could call or something like that, or even just have like something whip up like a really simple logo uh
Lost you a second.
for it too, right? Full class marketing. Attention to studio owners. Yeah, you don't even have to say DIY. You could just say studio owners because they're all
Okay.
studios, right? Uh,
Yep.
you probably don't even have to say DIY studio, do it yourself studio owners, because
Yep.
um, yeah, attention studio owners, and then maybe take empty seats and missed reviews are costing you money. You know, let us show you how our all-in-one marketing system can um get more butts and seats and increase your profits or something like that. And then
Got it.
perfect for pottery classes, DIY wood studios, STEM, cooking, candle making, paint classes, stuff like that. And then you can continue on. Like you might want to take this uh you could even take this and say all-in-one marketing system for yeah, I can't think of what I'd want to know what the name is that they kind of call themselves. I get the like the studio. Um
Yeah, probably. I would say creative studio.
yeah, do they mostly have classes or are they like they have
Yeah.
memberships where people can just show up and do stuff or because I
A
remember there
mixture
was
of both.
like I was looking at before, like I know they had like makers clubs and stuff like that where they had like the 3D printers and you could go in and you pay a membership and then you can go in at any time and use their stuff.
Right. Right. Yes. Both. They have classes and they have just drop-ins as well.
Hmm. So yeah, I would potentially just find out what they actually call themselves. And you could do that probably just by looking in like some Facebook groups to
Yep.
see what kind of Facebook groups, what the groups are actually called.
Sure.
AI might be able to shine some light on, what kind of these yeah, because I just can't even, because I know we signed up for stuff and we have our kids signed up for stuff, and it's just like what would you even what do they actually even call themselves? Just so that when you're saying, hey, attention DIY, like whoever you're calling them out, right? They're
Right.
like, oh, that's me.
Yep. Got it. Got it. Okay.
That's the only thing I can think of here. You don't even have to say loyalty rewards and promotions. If we click this, it's going to go down to this video. Nice, I like it. Yeah, I think that's great.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so I just changed the messaging up a little bit just to that's the only thing I think is this header here.
Yep.
Um you it just depends, yeah, so I guess it just depends on like if you're driving traffic here, then you're thinking, hey, we want people to land there. Like if we're running ads, like let's say for example we're running ads on Facebook, we have our messaging is probably going to be like something like this. How do we increase our how do we get more butts and seats? How do we get more people registered? How do we make sure that our classes are full, right? That might even be like a really good thing for them is um, how to fill your classes, the number
Yep.
one marketing suite to fill every class kind of thing. Or max out your membership or something like that. What are they actually looking for, right? So they don't want empty seats and they don't want mystery views, but what are they actually looking for? So have you ever done like a customer avatar
No.
for something like this? So one of the things I've got that around here as well is actually inside of if we go to training.jhlpowertools.com and you go into this launch lab here, I think you must have I think you would have access to it. If you don't have access to it, you can go register for it through Power Tools time training sales training agency launch lab. Go there. That's how you register for it. I actually have to put a link in here, but the link after you register is training.jhlpowertools. Inside in here, we have some classes and resources on mastering the sales process. There's going to be possibly this one here. This checklist is really good.
Okay.
Copywriting checklist. If you don't have that, check that out. I don't even know where I just saved that. Let's open it up. Launch Lab copywriting that sells. This will just help you kind of like build some headlines and stuff as well. So, results they want, the objections, time frame kind of thing. Those are the like, hey, yeah, learn to speak Spanish, even if you have poor English skills in 20 days, or um, max out your classes, max out your studio classes, even if you just opened in the next 30 days or something like that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Generate $15,000 in profit, um, yeah, in the next 30 days, even if you just opened, kind of
Got
thing.
it. Got it.
That kind of
What was
stuff.
that link again? I'm sorry. I have
Oh
train.
yeah.
I'm not
Oh,
signed up for it.
here, I'll put it in chat.
Okay. Yeah. Because I'm not
So
signed
you
up
can
on that
get,
training link.
I'll update this, the sales training agency launch lab. If you click on this, it's going to take you to this page. I'm going to see if I can put a button here, already a member, and it'll just take you to, it's training.jhlpowertools, training.jhlpowertools.com. Let me throw that in chat.
Yeah. But I don't have the a login to. I'm not signed up yet.
Yeah, so just go sign up and then you'll get a login. Everything will get sent to your email for it.
Sign up on that training.ghlpowertools.com.
If you go to, I don't know if you can sign up there, but if you go to, this is weird. It's access.jhlpowertools.com is going to get you access, and then training is where you're going to go for the training.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that one in there, which will help you come up with some headlines and stuff like that. That one's a good one. Website content flow chart. That one, let's just take a look at that one really quick. This one might be a little weird. Oh yeah, so here's just an example of like how I build a script for writing a website for customers. And this is more for, writing the content. And then, once we write out the content, then we can go build the website. Let's just see here too. Do, do, do. How to really sell is by getting the bottom which customers really want. I think Chandel should have put something in here for this. Customer avatar is great. So the customer avatar, if you've never done customer avatar, is you're writing out. Um, these are all good ones about writing content and stuff like that. For use so what? That's the so what thing. Let me just look. I'm going to find the customer avatar one. Customer avatar is great. The reason why customer avatar is great is because it allows you to kind of get in the head of your customer before you're writing your content and sales, right? It's like exactly what I was saying here with full class marketing is what do they actually call themselves? Who is the person that you're speaking to? A lot of these studio owners are probably there's a lot of women who run these studios, run these classes, the pottery, the painting classes, that kind of stuff. But you might want to have an avatar for men that you're speaking to, an avatar for women. Now, this website, you've definitely it's more feminine for sure
Yep.
with like the colors and everything, right? So you're targeting in on that, which is perfect. So then you just kind of want to make an avatar of like who am I talking to? I'm, the lady that who's going to come to this website. I'm running ads. They're going to click on this link. I'm attracting them there. What are they thinking? Who are they? How old are they? How many kids do they have? Do they have kids? What kind of job do they have if they're not doing this? That kind of thing. When they wake up in the morning, what are they thinking? When they go to sleep at night, what's keeping them up at night? About their studio, like, oh, I can't keep, like, I don't have enough people for these classes, right? We just put up 3 new classes and nobody's signing up for them, or something like that, right? So you end up coming up with an avatar, like a persona that you've created about this person, and it's like, oh, hey, this is Betty. She's 45 years old, and she's got 2 kids, but they're like in high school and whatever. Her husband works whatever job. She has always been super creative, really likes this stuff, painting and whatever else. She's decided to open up her own studio. So you go through those kind of things. What keeps her up at night is, yeah, she's trying to make money at it. So you can even like go into different groups and get different things from there. But you can also, like, you can even go into chat too and say that you're creating like a customer avatar. And for women who do these kind of studios, and then see what that says too. That might be able to give you a little bit of guidelines in there too, a
Okay.
little bit of guidance. But it's just a good thing to do when you're targeting those customers. Now, the same thing with like frozen profits. So, yeah, like this, stop wearing every hat, start growing your business, more customers, less stress. I think at least that you have like a bit of a logo up there
Yep.
as well. For this one, you might want to do, something more fancy, scripty, something like that too, that's going to align with those customers.
Sure.
Um, and then so. Again, so same thing with this one here, right? So when we create that avatar, we're getting in their head of who this person is, what's keeping them up at night, right? Um, they might be thinking, hey, automated marketing so I can focus on my business and I'm not chasing customers. But what are they um what's actually going on in their head? They want to keep customers coming back, maybe. Um,
Right.
Depending on whether it's high season, low season, how do you stand out from all the other ice cream shops that are around, you
Sure.
know? And you can even say like a lot of it is just getting in front of the people who want who come to your place, right? People with kids. They want families, so their kids are begging, "Can we go get ice cream? Can we go get ice cream? Can we go get ice cream?" That's what I know for us. I would never go get ice cream if it wasn't for my kids being like, "Can we get ice
Yeah.
cream? Can we get boba? Can we get a free like whatever?"
Yep.
We leave hockey, we leave sports, and as soon as we leave, they're like, "Hey, can we go get?" It's more my son is more like boba, but it's also
Yeah.
like, yeah, or they want to go to Dairy Queen and get ice cream or something like that. Like that's the only time other than like if we're on the beach or something like that, right? Then they're like.
Right.
Yeah, we drive by the ice cream shop and they're like, "Oh, can we get ice cream?"
Yep.
Or if we're going down there. So how do you stay um, in front of those people? So if you're doing this kind of thing, another really great thing that you would be able to do with either one of these is like create a YouTube channel, create some videos and content about it, and just talk about things that they can be doing in their business to make themselves stand out too, right? Just even like some tips for signage and stuff in front of their stores or whatever else, and then
Yep.
and then getting people on a VIP list to keep people coming back. Now, this one is going to be a little bit different, and you could do more than it doesn't have to just be loyalty and rewards, right? So here you can have like full on marketing system. They can have their whole membership running through um your thing. You can also even have show them that they can do I mean they can even do more with online classes too, right? They can have different things like
Sure.
that as part of high level too. So yeah, getting reviews and promotions, coupons, getting people signed up, right? How do we fill every class? You know, and that would be actually a really great thing for the promotions thing is just having everybody on a list and then telling them when every class is coming up. This week. Here are our classes. Click here to register.
Right.
So
Right.
that would be a great thing.
I'm gonna
So,
write that down.
I think they look pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, maybe just like even if you don't do a logo for this, maybe do something that's kind of scripty that's going to appeal to the creative artsy kind of customer kind
Yep.
of thing. Again, let's if you want to say studio owners, yeah, that's perfectly fine. But then let's talk about like maybe try talk, and you might want to test this out too. T Test it out with like what kind of headline is going to attract or get more clicks or generate more interest. And from my experience, it's probably not like, hey, this is your all-in-one marketing system.
Yep.
It's hey, let's fill every class, using the system I'm going to show you,
Got it.
or something like that. Because that's what if they have a bunch of classes, they want those classes maxed out because that's a huge moneymaker for them.
Yes. Got it. Okay. All great tips. Thank you. I
Yeah. So
appreciate
if
it.
anybody else has any thoughts or ideas
Yeah.
on this, well, too, like totally totally chime in too. I think you got a really good start here. I would just change, yeah, possibly a little bit of the messaging and maybe just come up with um yeah, a little bit of a kind of a fancy something to go right there. I like what you did with Frozen Profits. That looks good. Um, and then yeah, do those avatars and then see if your thing changed. So when you go in here under I think it's under content creation. There's the ADA method, which is how to create a bunch of content for your messaging. So once you have those customer avatars, then you can start creating content, like, hey, here's and then you can turn that into videos and blogs and stuff like that. Copywriting, that's that checklist, which is really good and going to help you with like headlines. And then it goes into ADA here as well, which is awesome. I use this all the time for our content writing. So just attention, getting their attention, interest, keeping them interested with interesting facts like, hey, did you know this about the industry? Did you know this about, marketing? Did you know this about getting customers to stick around and getting them to come back and all that kind of stuff? Desire is like, hey, do you really want this kind of thing? kind of like that's like your hook to get them to take an action. And then this here is like, hey, go buy something, go buy something now. And there's some good examples in here
Sure.
as well. So I want to just do.
Perfect.
I don't. I gotta find the customer avatar, and then I'll get that in your hands as well, or just make it obvious in here where it is, because I just think it's a valuable step that we always. It's so easy to want to skip it and just go directly to the thing. But I mean, I've done a lot of copywriting courses and stuff like that, and it always starts with the avatar. Like the professional copywriting houses, they have an avatar for everyone that they're writing to, and then that way you can write to that specific person, right? So when you're thinking about Betty or whoever is you're writing to, whoever whatever the name of your avatar is, you're writing to her, and you're basically in your mind trying to be like convincing Betty to sign up for your thing, right? And what are the things that you have to say to her? What are the things you have to talk to her about in order to convince her to take the next step?
Got it. Wow. All great tips. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it.
You're
That's great.
welcome.
Yeah,
This is
I
great.
got
Awesome.
I
It's awesome
got
to see that you put this together.
yeah,
I think it looks really good. A couple little tweaks there, and then you have a really good start. And then you'll just have
perfect.
to test it out, right?
Yeah. And what do
Drive
you
some
think?
traffic there,
Facebook
or
ads?
yeah.
Facebook ads to these people? Okay. Do I drive them to the landing page or keep them like just on the opt-in form on Facebook?
Um, if you want, it depends on which way how you want to sell this. Is you might have to get them on the phone to chat
Yeah.
with them about getting started, or what it kind of looks like, or how you can help them with that. If you're trying to just do, if you're trying to do like SaaS itself, and just drive to just like have this thing set up, you're probably going to want to get them on the phone and talk to them.
Yeah.
But if you want to get them to sign up and do everything themselves, it's going to be a lot more work.
Yeah.
In the beginning to have that set up, your easiest way, your fastest way is to get them to
Okay, cool.
book a call kind of thing.
Got it.
I would, um, yeah, I would even test this to see what it is, starting at however much a month, kind of thing. Um, and
Sorry,
then
I had to
yeah, get them
step
to call.
away, so
Set up fees.
I missed a lot of this, but a lot of what's jumping out at me right away is that I'm wondering if you have a community, and if you do, maybe I would try doing a webinar to
Okay.
Yeah,
sell this,
webinars would be really
and,
good as
and
well.
then and then get people to book a call from the webinar even, or maybe just send them to a sales page to a link, give them a link in the on the webinar or whatever. But yeah, sell it like through a webinar instead of
Oh,
like
that's a really good idea. I like
Great
that too.
idea.
one by one. Do you have a community?
I do not. No, I don't have a
Oh,
community yet. I'm just did this, and I'm gonna start doing like some cold outreach. Just walking into places and then, finding all the places
Yeah,
out and using Phantom Buster or something to maybe like them on social media and build a social media page around it.
yeah, that's
Phantom Busters?
Phantom Buster, yeah, it kind of automates out a little outreach on social media. Like you'll
okay.
find, yeah,
Oh,
it integrates with Go High Level. So if you're
oh.
looking for like a
I just came across an app. What the heck is it called now? Yesterday that it can put out social media posts to like 30 different, well, 15, you could get 15 for 15 different social medias
Okay.
that I think with unlimited posts for $29 a month.
oh,
It's
that's
like
great.
super cheap, and yeah, it's let me just look it up here.
Remember they had
See
like
if I can.
Hootsuite years ago,
Yeah.
something like
Pardon
that.
me?
I think years ago they had something like that Hootsuite, that but it only did a few of them, like a handful of them. I
Yeah,
know.
this
Yeah,
one does like I've 12 or 15 different social medias.
Oh yeah,
You
that
can
would be
get
great.
you can get all the social medias that you want, like as many times a day as you want for the upper one, which is like, I don't know, maybe $69 a month or something like that. But you can get like 15 different ones for $29 a month. And they just upped it because he was on a podcast that I was watching, and they had a guy that was trying to help him on the podcast. This
Oh
guy,
Okay.
wow.
this kid with his new app, right? And they said, well, one thing is you got to raise your prices for one thing,
I
because he
just
was doing
watched that
like
same podcast this morning.
Oh, was it?
It's
Yeah.
so
on Greg
so funny.
Eisenberg's podcast.
Yes, Greg Eisenberg.
Yeah,
Yep. Post
yeah.
Bridge. It looks
Do
great.
you
Yes.
yeah, do you remember the name of the app the
Post
kid had?
Bridge. Post-bridge.com.
Yeah, Postbridge, right. That's it. Yeah.
Yes.
It's post-bridge.com.
Yes. Post-bridge.com.
Okay, yeah, I see that here. Wow, that's great. And what was that
Yeah,
gentleman's name? The podcast, Greg Eisenberg.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's Startup Empire, I think it's called,
Or startup
or
podcast.
the Startup Podcast. I
Okay.
think it's the
Yep.
Startup Podcast. I have this
Okay,
little
that's
jingle
great.
stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And that looks like a really good app. Like,
Yeah, yeah. He's going to get a lot of business just from being on that podcast.
oh
But they were
yeah.
giving him great advice. It's a good watch
Okay,
just
I'll
in
I'll go
terms
ahead
of
and
I
watch
how
that
they.
actually
later today too.
yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing yet, but I watched enough that it made me want to go and look at the app and
Yeah,
see how
yeah.
much
I
it was
watched
and
about
everything like
half of
that.
it. Yeah, it's
But
pretty good.
yeah, right on.
It's
Was
some of
this
the,
the
it's funny because some of the advice that you were just giving Anthony about starting a community was one of
yeah.
the things they said because he's basically he got his app up to 20,000 a month in recurring revenue and they're trying to tell him how to take it up to like 50 or more.
And
And
what was his app? Is that that's not the Post Bridge?
it's a
Yeah, it
post
is.
bridge. The post
Oh,
bridge
Postbridge.
is
his
just a
the
kid.
guy's app was the Post Bridge?
Yeah,
Yes,
he's just a
exactly.
kid. He's like 22 or
Yeah.
20.
And he's doing
Awesome.
it primarily on Twitter.
Okay.
And so they were telling him, hey, you can expand on other channels, and they advised him that he's not in his marketing, he doesn't show himself at all, so he doesn't humanize it, and he doesn't have a community, so he doesn't have other people who are his clients sharing with other people. So they gave him a lot of really interesting, good advice on how to expand.
Yeah, he's like doing it all solo in the dark.
Hmm.
Like lots of people are building
Yeah.
on
Hmm.
Twitter and stuff like that, or X, if you will.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Sweet.
oh my goodness, what's wrong with this stupid computer?
Yeah, Post Bridge looks pretty neat.
Hmm,
Cool. Right
computer.
on. So yeah, that's some really good. I like the idea of starting even a Facebook group or doing a community like either inside high level or using something like school or something like that to start a
Hmm.
community um and then dropping your stuff in there, right? Using that as like a training and tools area. You can even join Facebook groups too, right? The local ones and chat with people in there about um your I mean either the frozen profits one. There's got to be ones that are, those kind of. I know I'm in a bunch of different groups for like restaurant owners and different stuff like that as well. And then there's also like those studios. There's got to be tons of like DIY studio owners or something like that. That's again, I just want to make sure that that's like what they actually. call themselves? Yeah, okay, cool. Well, those are great, you guys. So one of those things. So great Eisenberg. I just looked up all his stuff, so I'm gonna throw it in chat here too. So if you guys want to
Yeah.
check out the Post Bridge was the one that we chatted about earlier there, and then
Yeah, subscribe to his YouTube channel. He has great guests all the time. Like
okay.
CEOs, he's always having like CEOs of all the what do you call it? Uh vibe coding. All the vibe coding apps, all of them, all
Oh,
the
okay.
good ones, right? Like he's
Yeah.
had the
Yeah.
CEO of Cursor just the other day, I think, and just of all of them. That's how I found out about string.com was
Okay,
What's
awesome.
from
now
his
what's string.com?
String.com is I went and checked it out. String.com is like an AI agent platform where you basically say a task and then it'll build an agent for you that's going to do the things that you want.
just from a
Oh wow.
prompt.
Yeah,
Like
so
never
it was
mind
pretty.
NA to N, right? Where it's going to take you still a few hours to do it, right? You can do it in string.com with a prompt.
String.com is I got started with it. I gave it a prompt of what I wanted it to do. It got about halfway through my prompt, and then it was like, okay, you got to sign up for $50 a month to finish this kind of thing. So that's kind of where I got with it, and it's based off of was it Pipe Dream?
Yeah.
Slash string. Yeah, so then I got there and then I was like, well, here, I'll share my screen. So I was like, hey, I want to build a thing that's going to scrape my email slash other websites for interesting marketing articles, and then I want it associated like dropped into like an email in an email format, and then I want to be able to send that out. So I got about halfway through here, and then it was like, we're out of tokens. So then you got to go upgrade, which is fine. But then I was just trying to decide, do I want to spend, 50, $75 a month or whatever it was? It's monthly $75 a month or $50 a month for this, or do I already pay for something? Because I probably pay for three other AI platforms, and then trying to decide, do I want to pay for this a new thing, or can I do something like this in the system that I already have?
Yeah, that's the age-old question, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Do I need another $75 a month subscription,
Yeah, right.
or
I
uh
think it just gives you like ten credits or 10 tokens or something at the beginning, right? Doesn't it?
um I think it gives you 100,000 AI tokens. I don't understand how it works. So you got
Yeah.
22,000 credits a month, and then that translates into, I don't know how that translates into 20 million AI tokens.
Yeah, that's the confusing part
Here, this one
about
gives you
that. Yeah.
20,000 credits, but then 50 million AI tokens. And then it's like I burned through 100,000 AI tokens pretty quickly there.
Yeah, I ended up I did a trial of GenSpark the other day and the same thing happened. I got to a certain point and it's like, oh, now you got to pay. But I saw an interesting demo that Nuno from Automated Marketer did, where he's doing a thing where when he does a sales call, he literally builds the website while he's on the phone with somebody, and
Okay.
then shows it to them, and it's like it's like immediate lock-in. So I decided to play around with GenSpark on that. So
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't. I think it wasn't bad. I can't remember what I spent on it, but it wasn't too onerous.
I
I figure I got to jump in the water somewhere on
yeah.
these vibe coding platforms.
Yeah, I know
Um,
we've got well, ChatGPT and OpenAI. Yeah, I was looking at that this morning too because I had a couple ideas for things.
mhm,
What is a good platform to do more of the vibe coding stuff on
mhm,
to check it out.
yeah.
Back to like the building the website on the fly. I remember like 10, 15 years ago I had another agency owner that I knew back in Saskatchewan. they would find a business that didn't have a domain yet. They would go buy the domain, then build them a website using
Hmm.
their templates, and then go out to them and say, "Hey, we registered the domain for you, and we built you a website. Do you want it? And this
Yeah.
is what it's going to cost." And
Hmm.
then if they said no, they're like, "Okay, well, whatever. Like, you don't get your domain, you don't get this. We
Hmm.
registered that all for you. So if you want to come back to us later, um, you can, but."
Hmm.
Um, it was a way for them to go get business anyways. I guess it worked. They did pretty well.
Hmm.
That's really cool building the site on. What does he use to build the site on the fly? Was it GenSpark?
The only thing I did with it so far, I had to do a PowerPoint presentation, and I vibe coded the whole thing, and it was actually very, very good process. First
Hmm.
time, I didn't have to drag anything, just fix this, fix that, put the images here, and I had to do it like the next morning, so it was actually quicker for me than using a template. So I did appreciate that, and then I that was like 2 days ago, so I haven't had a chance to really dig in and try anything else on it, but I'm gonna, probably play around with it more this weekend. But the other thing that I'm looking at, so I also decided, so going back to what we had been talking about earlier, how I
Hmm.
wanted to do a directory, a local directory, and I kind of got stalled with that, and we had talked about maybe getting a directory plugin for WordPress, but
Right. Yeah.
I figured the way this vibe coding stuff is going, I really just need to jump in the water there and try it out. So I went to Claude and I said, basically, I want to come up with a plan to do vibe code this directory thing. Ask me the questions that you need to ask me so you can, give me the best answer. And so I
Yeah.
went through that process, and it asked me about 12 questions. I answered them. And then it came back with a recommendation of bubble.io. So I don't
Okay.
know, anybody ever tried that one?
I think I've heard of it before.
Y-
Yeah, I haven't tried
Yeah,
it, but I've heard of it.
yeah,
That
yeah. And
one's, yeah, been
well,
around
I
for
think
longer.
the reason, and then this nice thing about AI, you can ask it, well, why did you come to that decision? And it broke it down for me because it had asked me questions on, what level am I? Am I a coder? Am I, what am, so I gave it information on how comfortable I am with tech,
Yeah.
meaning I'm not a coder, but I'm up to, I can cut and paste, stuff. I can do embed codes. I understand APIs, so I gave it kind of where my comfort level is, and it broke it down and it evaluated different platforms and it gave me the pros and cons and why it made that decision. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And so I just did that yesterday, but I'm going to start playing around this weekend and but I did want to
Awesome.
just kind of look into it before I start spending more money and creating more
Yeah.
monthly recurring expenses than monthly recurring income.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
Yeah.
went in. I went in. I was testing out Lovable.ai.
Hmm.
Maybe it's Lovable.dev.
And Lovable has blown up, so
Yeah. So I
there's
did.
definitely a lot of people are getting value from it, based on the numbers they're doing. I think that was one of the um Greg Eisenberg
Oh
interviews.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Lovable CEO, yeah.
Lovable and Replit and
Yeah.
Cursor
Yeah,
and
all the
Bolt.
top ones. Yeah, he's been really on that. And then
Yeah.
his whole idea browser concept, which is interesting, where he comes
Yeah.
up with a different concept for kind of mini businesses every day. And then if you want to subscribe to it, you can do it. So it's got a free
Yeah.
Okay.
version and upsell, So
Yeah.
he's very good at business models and ideation, and he's very practical about his podcast. So he always asks the guests beforehand, okay, if somebody listens to the end of this, what are they going to get? It's a brilliant way to start a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing such a good podcast that there's lots of people that are copying him,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, well, that's how it goes.
That he's had on his
Yeah.
podcast even.
Hmm.
Like even I don't know if you Bob if you ever watch MFM,
MFM. I don't think I've
My
seen that
First
one.
Million.
Oh yes, absolutely. Oh yes, yes, those guys. I love them.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think they kind of got Greg kickstarted like Greg did with that kid with his new app, right? Like
Right.
he was still in his podcast was still in his infancy when they had him on, and but I
hmm
think he's known those guys for a while and stuff,
hmm
and that
Yeah.
really kicked it off, and now even though like they had him on as an idea guy, and then after they've seen his success with his podcast, they're doing more of that themselves too
Yeah.
on
hmm
MFM.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. So,
Really good. Yeah, yeah, I jumped into Lovable the other day and then I did a design for to kind of give just a inspiration for something that I was working on. And it worked pretty good. I have no idea how to go see that design right now or where I find that again inside of my workspace. But it was pretty neat in order to do that. And then I had to build with one of our projects that we're running right now for our clients is we are getting people to register through a form, fill out a form, and then either give their address or their postal code, and then based off their address or their postal code, search a database, do some math calculations, and find the closest business to them, and then send back those details back into high level, and then connect the two people.
hmm
We were doing that with the AI voice already, but then I just wrote a basically used a combination of what we already have plus ChatGPT to write a few new things for doing it just through a webhook, and that worked out really, really well. Wasn't perfect, but it definitely saved time. Oh, here we go. Here's how you go, and here's a
so how are you what are you building this to monetize it how, Jason?
one of the things that we uh one of our main things that we do inside of our agency is that we run Facebook ads, right?
Yeah.
So why is this wanting to I know it's like nope, I don't want to close that. Oh, I just closed everything. All right. Uh oh, I literally closed everything. One of the things we do inside of our agency is we run Facebook ads. So we run Facebook ads for one of our clients, and one of our clients does what we like to call co-branded campaigns, where they work with installers or dealers of the product that they make. So we're running ads with the business, like with the headquarters, and then we have all these different little campaigns that their salespeople have gone out and got local businesses like throughout Canada and North America to be part of the campaign. So what we're doing is we're driving traffic to a landing page or Facebook lead form, and we're doing Google ads and stuff like that too. But we're instead of building 100 different landing pages for these customers or for these guys, we're working at building a single landing page where when you go to connect, it's like, hey, we'll connect you with the closest installer, we'll connect you with the closest dealer, right? And then they put in their address or their postal code, and then based off that, we send it off to our server. It searches our database for the closest dealer or installer, and then sends that information back to high level. And then we can send out an email, we can send out text messages, stuff like that. We can send the lead off to that business specifically so that the business can follow up with them. And then we send the information over to the new lead that came in as well, saying, hey, this is who we're just connecting you with. You should expect an email or a phone call from these people shortly. And then same thing with the business, sending it over to the dealer or installer saying, hey, this person just requested information. We're connecting you with them. So please follow up with them ASAP kind of thing. Um, but
Right.
like in our
What
database, we've got a couple hundred locations. Um, and then trying to run it all through one ad campaign.
right. Yeah, that right on. What industry is that in again? Siding or something like that?
Yeah, siding. Yeah.
Okay.
So you just like it could be the same thing for like, imagine you had like a roofing roofing manu like not a roofing manufacturer, but like They create the specific kind of like tiles or something like that, and you have installers across Canada or North America that would install those things. Now, basically reaching out to the installers that they work with, saying, "Hey, we're going to do a campaign promoting this specific type of roofing material, building material, siding material, whatever it is." Windows even, whatever. We're promoting those things. Now we're connecting the installers and dealers with a local campaign that's going to help them generate leads. It's just kind of like an added benefit where the businesses themselves, they put in some money, and then the money is also supplemented by the headquarters as well. We used to do similar things too with in the fitness industry when we were working with different franchises as well, because like lots of times different franchises have their own marketing budget and they're doing their own marketing, but then also headquarters will have a marketing budget for them as well. So doing kind of a combined marketing effort that way. Ooh.
Right on.
Hmm.
Um, Bob, I was going to ask you, what was the AI that you were using that you were asking all the questions?
It was Claude.
Oh, it was Claude. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
And
I
and
also I
and
also like to I always like to double or triple test things. So I think I started out with Claude, and then I did some follow-up stuff with I usually like Perplexity, ChatGPT, and Gemini.
Okay, yeah.
And
so
yep.
who
And then
who
I
did
also
who
use Notebook LM a lot too.
Oh yeah. So who did you ask in the end to give you a recommendation for
It
what
was
vibe
Claude.
coding? It
It
was
was
Claude?
Claude. Yeah, it was Claude.
That's interesting. I'm surprised it didn't tell you to use Claude Code.
Well, it's interesting because I find these LMs are not necessarily, they don't always promote their own home product,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
Yeah.
Um, uh, like I was asking something to Gemini, and I think I asked Gemini to give me a script for a webinar, and the script was very chat GPT forward, which I found interesting, because I feel like people overweight chat GPT because they just jumped on it, was the first thing, and
Uh-huh.
and it's a perfectly good LM, but if you don't try the others, you don't know where the strengths and weaknesses are.
Yeah.
So for a webinar, I don't want people to just go and just pick ChatGPT if some of these other LMs are much better for what their use cases
For
are.
sure.
The webinar I'm developing is for nonprofits, how to use AI to, do everything from, grant writing to, smoother operations, that sort of thing.
I wonder
So,
if I was looking at Claude Code here. I've looked at it before too, but they don't have like some of the vibe coding things will actually
mhm,
build you the whole platform. Like you can have everything hosted on there. I think like Bubble.io will have
right.
everything hosted on there, whereas Claude Code is going to help you write the code and stuff
Hmm.
like that, and it might even like give you. It'll help you write it and put it on a server. Like you have to have your own server and stuff for it for a web thing. But
Hmm.
I don't know if it will do everything for you and have it hosted and um, do all that kind of stuff. Where I know like Bubble.io has like their own platform, and then you can get into like marketplaces and stuff like that too, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that I haven't looked into it that far, but I think like and that I've heard what I have looked into that a lot of the vibe coding places, maybe Bob, or Jason, that you have to be signed up with GitHub to be able to actually make like a full app, working app
Oh
that
yeah,
you
okay.
can
Yeah, I
and
mean
that
you can
and
have
the,
you'll have your repository there where all your files are stored. And then
right
we
and
have that even for our developers that we work with. We have GitHub, and then we have like a shared repository that everybody has access to so that we can download updates and download changes and stuff like that too.
a shared repository just with your people, you mean?
Yeah.
Is that right? Not with everybody on GitHub.
No, you can
Because
have private ones.
right, because some people do have that, right? An open source that's open to
Yeah.
anyone and
We get
everyone.
lots of stuff you find for open source stuff. You'll find it on GitHub, and then those are just open repositories where you can download and install their scripts and software and stuff like that into what you do. So tons and tons and tons. Like there's always stuff that we utilize in our coding and stuff like that that has come from GitHub too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's like different like pretty much every SDK like software development kit that you would get would be hosted on GitHub usually, and then you can inside of like control panel on your server, you can use a terminal and then you just write composer and then you can say I forget what the exact line is it, but you just say composer whatever, and then you tell it which package you want. It'll go grab it from GitHub and it'll put it right on your server for you. So it'll grab all the files and drop that in there. And now in your coding, you can just reference, that directory. And then it'll actually you don't even have to do that. You can just reference the application that you want, or the software that was written, and it's on your server already.
Right. I feel like, I don't know, maybe not, but I feel like that's how Claude Code is too. That you could
Yeah,
probably
Claude, you can install right on your server. You can get it into your server as well if they have an npm install using
NPM.
Node.js. Yeah. So
So
you
if
can.
you have a GitHub account, then you can use Claude Code with that, right? And build something
I
fully.
haven't tried it, so I'll take a look more into it too, and just see. It's just interesting because I was thinking more about the vibe coding and what you can do with it, and I was reading a bunch of articles about it over the last couple of days too to see how um how easy it is or how hard it is to actually build an app. I think it's easier to build like more data driven apps where you're like, hey, I want to grab data from this place and then do this thing and then display this information in a certain way. So you have more data driven apps. Whereas I was wondering how it would be if it was like, hey, I wanted to have like a little bit of like engagement, a little bit of activity and a game in there kind of thing. Um, I don't know how that would work, but a couple things that I saw made me think about it.
Yeah, that would be good. Actually, I think all these all these vibe coding apps, they could do that.
Yeah, I think so.
Like yeah, like make a game. You can make a game for sure, just alone.
Yeah, well, one of the things I saw was I've seen a couple ads for it now is they're basically the same thing, but they're hockey tutorial games, and they're like it's for stick handling. So you have your camera face down, it's an app on your phone, and then it tracks where the puck is, and then on the screen, like you can hook it up to your TV, and then it helps you do stick handling, but like playing a game on the TV. So you're going from side to side, like collecting coins or whatever it is, and then the more coins you get the higher your score and whatever. Um, but just
No,
always trying to think of, how do I get my kids to actually do the things they need to do, like stick handling and shots for hockey.
right. So it's like your phone is used
So
like
you're
the
hacking your
joystick.
kids.
Yeah, basically. We just bought them the books. It's uh Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich for kids. Somebody wrote the book
Oh,
on there. So
Oh,
we're like just bought that and told the kids they have to read those.
oh, good for you. After they finish them, you should get them to read the first book, Napoleon Hill's book.
Yeah. That's a good one. And then yeah, I was trying to think. Well, they it's you know what, it's a good one, but it's the thing that was written in like 1920. It's it'd probably be it's the reading level I think would be higher on it. Not that they're not decent readers, it's just they're still at that I don't know what level that was written. And I know when I forget which one I read, it was either Think and Grow Rich or How to Win Friends and Influence People. Like you
Hmm.
have, I find that when you like authors, especially when you get back, like that's 100 years ago, um, you have to, as you read it, you have to learn how this person writes and kind of decipher it. And then as you're going through it, you're like, you kind of get into the flow of how that person writes and what they're saying, kind of
Mhm.
thing. I just find that even not just with those, but then also with like even novels and books and whatever else, you kind of got to get into like this person writes in a completely different way than the last book that I read, and then so whatever. The thing is, you got to try and make things as easy as possible, or the kids aren't going to do it, you know. So I think if we do the Think and Grow Rich for kids, which Chandel decided that she's going to make the kids read, what I think is an awesome thing. Um, I bet you there's got to be another one like How to Win Friends and Influence People for kids and stuff like that too. That's just written in a more modern language.
Now, are you guys aware of this website called Ocean of PDF?
Ocean of PDF. No.
It is a site that has a lot of books in PDF form. You can get Think
Oh,
and Grow Rich, a lot of books
Okay.
there. And the thing about it now in AI age is that you can find one of those books, and now that can be one of your content sources.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's neat.
oh yeah.
Oh, I like that they have EPUB.
Yeah, yep. So either EPUB or PDF.
One of the things I did not like, or I don't like, is I do have a little good ebook,
Hmm.
but trying to read a PDF on the ebook, is terrible. Nice thing about like EPUB is that it'll format the text to
Yeah,
fit the reader,
yeah.
whereas PDF you're getting page by page, and you're like
Mhm.
sometimes it's really tiny and you can't read it.
Yeah.
But this is really cool.
Yeah, and it looks like they have the whole collection of Think and Grow Rich, for women, Latino edition, Black edition, you know.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And they also have all the Russell Brunson books too, which is
Oh,
also,
how do
yeah.
they?
I,
Oh, maybe
they're
it's not
they're
legal.
they're they're flying under the fair use thing. It's up there.
Yeah,
I don't share with everybody, only my closest friends.
there you go.
But
Yeah.
Interesting.
Actually, where did I see that? I mean, they were copyright laws might be out the window. Like
well, they're
people
definitely
have been talking about that this year, especially because of the way that the AIs are learning from them, right?
there's definitely a lot of battles going on around them, but
Yeah.
practically speaking, you can think about it as if it's not dead, it's injured, because anybody who's written a book, you can, if you get it in PDF or
Yeah,
EPUB form, you can upload it. And that's like, that's what I like about Notebook LM. You can upload your own sources. So you want to do a notebook on marketing, take your 10 best marketing books, upload them, and then you can create a audio overview. And then I love the interactive version on Notebook where you can actually just talk to it, so you don't even have to listen to the audio overview. You can just interrupt it and say, hey, here's my question, and they'll go, hey, that's a great answer, and they'll go on 5 minutes telling you all the information you want to know. So I found that way is it's such a great tool for getting a lot of dense information and putting it in a form that you can get to the heart of it very quickly.
yeah,
And
that's
I
very cool.
feel like
Yeah.
the AI behind Notebook LM is better than a lot of the voice AI I'm seeing other people. Number one, it sounds so real when they do the podcast. I don't know. Have you guys played around with Notebook LM?
I haven't. No, I'm
I
looking at it.
haven't,
Oh,
but I've looked at
oh,
it and I've wanted to.
look, there's an aha moment that happens when you do it. So, what I would do, take some. All right, I'll give you an example. So I'm in WeWork. I have a WeWork here in New York, and I
Yeah.
had a neighbor who's in the office next to me, and he was in construction consulting, and so I'm giving him kind of an overview of Notebook AI, yeah, Notebook LM, and so he uploads a bunch of really if you're in construction consulting, you have a lot of specs and protocols and laws that you have to deal with on every project. So he
Yeah.
uploads like about 10 different, 50, 60, 70 page documents, and then hits the button and he gets the audio overview. So that's the first thing, is that the audio overview is basically a two-person podcast, a man and a woman. And they'll
Okay.
come in, whatever you upload, they'll say, hey, we're doing a deep dive of this and that. And they have this little pitter patter back and forth. And nobody can tell me that you can tell that these are not real people if you didn't know that it was AI. So that's the first aha moment. But the second one is that they have an interactive mode. So after you listen to the whole thing, you can go back and play it again, and it gives you a button that while they're talking, you hit the join button, and they say, "Oh, hey, somebody wants to join in," and you go, "Hey guys, da 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 da," and you ask their question, and they'll answer it.
That's awesome.
And when I did this demo for this guy, he literally got tears in his eyes. I showed him something that would take something he has takes months to do, to distill all this information into something that he can disseminate to his team or to his clients. And
Yeah.
I just showed him how to do it in 5 minutes, and it was amazing.
Wow, Bob, you should do a video of that, of how you do
I'm
that.
I'm planning to. I'm behind on my content creation, but I'm working on that stuff. I'm working on catching up, and I am going to start doing a lot of content. And I think that Google is really starting, what the stuff they're coming out with is really crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
but the nano banana, and I haven't started playing with the Google Opal yet, but it looks like you can do a lot of workflows in it, and you don't need N8N, and you can just jump in. And then Google has the advantage of being on the Google platform, which means you've got access to your Google Drive and Google Documents and things like that, your
Yeah.
Gmail. So I think Google has quietly come up and really starting to, make Chat GPT and OpenAI, have some sleepless nights.
I think so. Hey.
Yeah.
Um, that's
Yeah,
awesome. Very cool. Well, I know we were talking about just more AI stuff, creating AI agents and things like that as well. This has been a really good call, you guys, just to kind of get even an
yeah.
overview of what you guys have been studying and looking at too, and then
Hmm.
how we can integrate more of those things just in our lives
Hmm.
too. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bob, do you have a YouTube channel?
Not yet, but by next week, I'll have a link for you guys. How about that?
That's
Awesome.
beautiful.
That
Perfect.
Thank
sounds
you.
awesome. I was just gonna say, how can we contact you anyways, maybe?
I'll put my email in the chat, my phone number in the chat.
Sounds good.
I'm accessible. I'll definitely do that.
Thank
Uh,
you. That's great.
Awesome. Bob, I appreciate it.
mhm.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate all the knowledge.
Awesome. I'm gonna go play around with some of this stuff. All right. Well,
Before you
again,
go,
you
let
guys.
Bob
Yeah.
finish
Yeah, I'll
putting
let
his
Bob do that
info.
before we kind of wrap up here. I'll let you
Yeah.
guys grab that. And then yeah. Have a wonderful rest of your Thursday, you guys. And a really good weekend too.
And if
Yes.
you use my phone number, just text me first, because if I don't have somebody in my phone, I just never answer. I get so much junk.
Understandable.
If you text me and say, "Hey, da 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 da, Jason's thing,"
Yeah.
I'll get back to you. Yeah,
Are you on WhatsApp, Bob?
I am on WhatsApp. Yes, you can
Okay.
reach out to me there too if you want.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Jason, one more thing. When we get off the call, if you could message me, I want you to give me a price to run some Facebook ads for me um, I'm also in real estate. We're
Okay.
doing salon suites. So I have office buildings very similar to WeWork up in New Jersey,
Oh, okay.
just on a smaller scale, but now we're expanding into salon suites. It's pretty much the same
Nice.
concept as WeWork. We give them, a private suite with water and everything and all the furniture for a low flat rate. And I want to see if there's a market in my area before I actually go and sign a lease for the place. So I have two places. One is very big. One is 60 units. It's one of the biggest ones in my area, and then another one is about 27 units. So I just want to run ads. I want to make sure I do it right, to
Okay.
see if there's even interest in the market before I pull the trigger to build the place out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anthony, what area are
I'll
you in New Jersey?
I'm in Woodbridge. My buildings are in Woodbridge, New Jersey.
Yeah, know where it is. Yep.
Yep, right on Main Street there.
Very cool. I'll
Yes.
get you in touch. I'll get you actually in touch with Chandel.
Okay.
She'd be perfect to chat with about that. And
Yep.
then yeah, she runs our whole ads thing and the whole hair. She knows all about the hair stuff.
Yep.
So
Yep.
she'll be able to help you out for sure.
Beautiful. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
You guys enjoy your day.
Okay,
Hey,
we'll
Jason,
talk to you
one more
guys.
thing.
Oh yeah.
Um, I sent you a copy of the thing that I generated from Claude. I just want you to take a look at it and
Oh yeah.
see what you thought and see if there were any
Email,
holes.
did you send it or where is it?
I emailed it. You should have it.
Oh, there we go. It's not opening. Oh, here we go.
So I copied the whole thing, my prompts
Yeah.
and all.
Um, what did you want me to take a look at?
I just want you to read through it and see if it made sense to you, or if so,
Okay.
there's any holes in their thinking that I should be looking at.
Okay, well, I won't read it right now because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
about 15
yeah. I
pages. So
wasn't
let me take
asking
a
you
look
to.
at it and then I'll send you a message back.
Sure, that's fine. That's fine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Uh,
right.
I'll go do
Great
that
call,
and
guys.
we'll talk to you guys soon.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you.
Jason.
All right,
All
thanks you
right.
Thanks,
guys.
Bob.